My God, that face. Yeah, this is Star Wars Legacy. This ain't no Disney Star Wars. This is Star Wars for men. If you're interested, stick around because I will blow your mind. We return to Cade on the Jedi homeworld, trying to regain his taste and power in the Force, trying to become a Jedi. At least that was the plan before he stumbled into a hidden cave filled with Jedi treasures and these monsters. I mean, they were not playing at all. They were about to cut his head off till the queen stepped forward and was like, release him. We don't kill Jedi. Homeboy said, my queen, you sure? He smells like a bounty hunter. And you know we killed bounty hunter filth. She said, yeah, I'm sure. As soon as Cade got up, though, he greeted her like they were old friends because he knew her, because she knew his father. The relationship between her and her people and the Jedi was tough because they created the virus that is currently killing half of the galaxy. Of course, that wasn't his intended purpose. It was supposed to be for healing, but Darkseid's users got in the way, and now it became a virus. They ran away, but when they came back to the Jedi homeworld, they only met death. And Cade's father on the floor, a corpse. They buried him, of course. And now we are back in the present, with a room filled with jewels and other Jedi trinkets. Obviously, they had no owners, so she made the smart decision to give it to Cade. But the thing is, he didn't want it. I'm done with all of this Jedi bullshit. I just want to live my life. They said, boy, you have a destiny. He said, fuck your destiny. Leave me the hell alone. I don't want to hear about my future, my past. I just want to live. Can you let me live? Of course, when it comes to destiny, they cannot. Because even when he was left alone, homeboy was about to start taking his death stick. But his master said, boy, drop that shit down and stop being a coward. You have to face this. But he didn't want to. He wanted to dull his senses. But then his master just called him a pussy straight to his face. And he said, all right, you want to fight? Let's fight. But this was even dumber than he thought, because even if his master was one-handed, he was still a Jedi Knight. One-handed or not, he didn't need two hands to whoop your ass, no matter how strong you are in the Force. The ass whooping was deadly. It got so terrible, in fact, he had to say, calm down, bruh. I'm not trying to fight you. You're just being a coward. Your father lost his life trying to protect you, and now you're throwing it away. Your father was strong. He knew about the Force. He knew the opponents he faced. He knew he was never going to beat them. And he still made the choice to stay behind so you could live. So live. You lost a father. I lost a master and a friend. We both have people to grieve for, but we can never let grief turn to anger. You need to reconnect with the Force. You need this. Disregard your pain. Disregard yourself and just connect with the Force. And he did. He sat and he meditated on his past, on his choices. He remembers himself in space. After the explosion, he remembers feeling alone. He remembers thinking he was going to die till the bounty hunters found him. He remembered the day he earned a brother in sin, saving his life. He remembered looting his own home world and seeing his father's corpse, unable to even acknowledge that he was his father because Jedis were wanted. This was his world, and now he had to reflect on the choices he had made, because of him, a Jedi was suffering. And you know when a Jedi suffers, Luke appears, telling him you have to make this right. He did that, or rather, he is suffering because of you. You know what to do, nephew. And he did. He sat up like, fuck. The next day, he took his ship. Against the advice of the other Jedis, he set off, taking his father's lightsaber. I know, right? Daddy issues. And also, he got R2-D2. Now, the new adventure was about to start. But the thing is, other Jedis didn't think he was the Jesus. Nah, they knew he would turn dark. And they were just preparing to end his life if he ever did. Unknown to Cade, just like Sidious did to his great-great-great-grandfather, his presence was wanted because the Emperor had a use for him. But when he got to Coruscant, he was hunted like a dog. These guys did not know they wanted him alive, but when they found out, it was already too late because he was gone. He was a bounty hunter. Hiding and sneaking away was his second nature. But the thing is, Even in the underbelly of Coruscant, there was still crime. Everywhere he went to, someone was trying to make moves on him. Sadly for them, he was still a Skywalker. And I mean the Anakin side. You don't fuck with him. He will blast you in the chest, just like he did this bitch. He knew exactly where he was going because he was going to the hangout for the lowlifes of Coruscant, where he met a Hutt, his own Hutt. She was his person. He trusted her. But you see, everyone did not trust him. Word had gotten out that his crewmates were missing. They thought he was a scumbag, but he really wasn't. Matter of fact, the whole reason he was here was to make things right. Even with the blaster aimed at his forehead, he was still Cade Skywalker. When they walked away, he left the keys behind, or rather the access codes for his ship. Like, if my people come here, just give them the ship and tell them it's theirs. It was like a goodbye. Oh, how wrong he was. The bounty hunters were not the only ones getting chewed out, because the pilots that lost Cade, yeah, they were getting an earful. Why would you lose someone so important? It's not their fault, to be honest. They didn't know his value. They just tried to shoot him down, realistically. But still, he was her father, and he had a right to chew her out as she fucks up. And she did. She lost Cade Skywalker. Well, Cade wasn't really lost. Matter of fact, he was going to the heart of the city. The former Jedi temple, now rebuilt as a Sith temple. He looked from the distance. Getting in was not going to be a problem. He could already sense the Jedi inside. But when he got in, the unexpected happened. The Jedi told him sorry. What the fuck? I came here to save you. I put your life at risk. Why the hell are you telling me sorry, son? He said, I'm apologizing because I told them everything. I told them who you are. It's my fault you're being hunted. But he didn't care. Just let's get out of here. Surprisingly, that was never going to happen because at that moment, someone was there. Someone was waiting. It was Talon, of course, the Emperor's hand. Now, Cade was learning to be a Jedi again, but that never meant he disregarded everything he learned from the dark side. I remember you. I promised to split you in half, so I'm going to do that right here, right now. And honestly, I think he really was about to, until he started getting force choked. Dark side users and their force choking. Neil was here, the man who killed his father. He was about to kill the son too, till he remembered they wanted him alive. He said, all right, and knocked Cade out. But you see, at that moment, destiny felt a shockwave. A choice had been made, a choice that was going to change the galaxy forever. Because at that moment, even the Jedis could feel it. A warning sent by the Force itself. Cade Skywalker was going dark, and he was going dark for real. Ooh, we're going to get to see the return of a dark side Skywalker. I love this shit.